Well, good morning. Welcome to Apefoo, Life Warrior, episode 8. So I want to emphasize today on the importance of listening to your inner voice. Your inner voice is extremely important when you're training. It's what guides you through the rough times and the rough patches. So one that wakes you up in the morning. So one that gives you that ability to carry out living your life in a positive, meaningful way. So let's listen to your inside voice. And times are tough and times are hard, and it will guide you through training. Like it guides me through training every day. Hope you enjoy watching the show today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
Hi, so today I'm going to start the day in a similar fashion to other days, where I'll be wearing my weighted vest and carrying out simple maneuvers and techniques. As you can see, I'll be focusing more on control rather than speed. I'll be trying to mix it up and using the momentum that I generate from techniques such as the roundhouse kick and mixing it up with different styles of kicks. I'll be using the washing line, as I always do, to mix it up with boxing style type stuff. And I'll also be trying to activate the muscles in the glutes and the legs, so that I could optimize the entire body during the workout. I'll be using the bag as always. It's a useful asset to have when you want to work the upper body in any way. Also, it's a good asset to have when you're working a roundhouse kick, because it prevents you from falling over or going all the way full round. I'll be implementing a lot of strength training in phase 1 as well, because I'll really want to utilize my time while I'm wearing the vest. It'll be activating a lot of core muscles, which is obviously an important area to work for any fire or anyone, as it is used in almost every single function or any activity that you carry out on a normal basis. As you can see here, I'll be using different grips, which will work my forearms more and allow me to work my core at the same time as I'll be extending my legs and distributing the weight unevenly. I'll be finishing off wearing my vest with some more full body type exercises. As you can see here, even with a weighted vest, you want to control the movement as much as possible while you're doing a muscle up, and try and keep it as static, so you're activating as much muscle for as long as possible. If you don't have a chin up bar, or you're afraid of going high up, you can always work closer to the ground as well, which is a lot safer and a useful asset to have. Over here, I'm putting my hands around my back to really relieve the muscles and allow me to work on my balance more. Surely my technique wouldn't be as good the first time round, but it will improve over time. I'll be working for the simple kicking maneuvers while with my hands tied around my back. Putting myself in this situation enables my body to work a lot harder. So when I don't have my hand tied around my back, it becomes a lot more easier. Now that I've taken the vest off, it's an instant relief. It's amazing what a bit of weight could do to your mindset. It's a massive surge of endorphins and positive energy flowing through my blood as soon as I take it off, which is, as you can see, a great relief for my body. I'm able to carry out my normal techniques a lot more quicker, with a lot more energy and enthusiasm now. And I feel a lot more open, and I feel like I have a lot more control. These are all things that improve a great deal once your vest is off. It's important to remember that your technique needs to be demonstrated as well as possible, and you also need to be strong. Now, all times, and remember to listen to your inner voice, as I mentioned earlier on in the show. I'll be carrying out similar sort of moves and routines with the vest off. As you can see here, I'll be working on trying to implement the same combos at different heights, so I could work my legs more, and I'll be using the washing line to help be a good indicator for my kicks and punches. I'll be doing the hands tied around the back technique without the vest as well, as again to relieve tension on the body and give my body something more better to deal with. The bag, as always, is a good asset to have, as mentioned, as it allows you to work your boxing skills and your kicks, but you don't want to be using all your force on the bag unless it's a good bag. As you can see here, I'll be doing similar to stuff as when I had my vest on, but now that it's off, it's an easier challenge. But even still, it represents a greater challenge when using my hands. So I'll be practicing simple stuff like roundhouse kicks and more dynamic stuff. I'll be doing strength training as always, similar stuff to when I had my vest on, except now that it's off, things become slightly more easier. You're still using your entire full body for this type of maneuver, so it still requires a lot of strength and a lot of control, so you have to be careful. And it's important to emphasize on the importance of having control. For phase 2, I ended up staying out for a couple of hours today, as the day was nice. So you really got to learn to seize the day if it's out there, and make sure that you can make the most out of it if the weather is good and you're in the zone. As the day progresses, for phase 2, I'll be carrying out the muscle up, as you can see here, where I'll be activating different parts of the back and trying something more dynamic and something novel that I tried earlier on in the day. My aim, as always, will always be to hold on to the apparatus for as long as possible and try and activate as many muscles as possible while I'm on it, to really utilize the amount of tension that I'm creating. Obviously, you could always target the opposite side of your core to ensure that it gets worked from both sides, as it will help the flow. Like over here, you can see me going backwards. I'll be taking my training inside for phase 3, as always. I'll be doing using those push-up bars, which are very good to have and invest in, as it enables you to get a lot higher from the ground and allow you to work at a more elevated surface without putting too much strain on your wrists. So even though it's good to have strong wrists, it's also good to have equipment that enables you to get a greater range of motion workout from your body. Since I'm inside, space is an issue, but that doesn't stop me from attempting dynamic styles and kicks. But now for phase 3, I'll be really just collaborating all the moves and all the techniques that I've done during the day. Phase 4, and be wearing flip-flops as my footwear, so it teaches me more control and I'm more composed with each strike. I'll be going through all the basic stuff and the more complex stuff as I was going through during the day, and I'll be trying to keep it interesting as well, which is why you see me doing more dynamic stuff. I don't really emphasize on the importance of doing more dynamic stuff. The only reason I do is because it enables your stamina to be worked more and allows you to become stronger in other areas which you're not able to do so ordinarily. I'll be ending off the day on the cardio type stuff with my hands behind my back, as you can see, as it provides a lot of balance, a lot of control for your side kicks and your spinning back kicks and your roundhouse kicks and your jumping knees. This is all because you're not relying entirely on your hands for the balance. You're relying on your actual body and core, which is why, again, it's very important to have a strong core at all times, as it enables you to exercise a lot more control and discipline for your ordinary movements. Which is why it seems a bit repetitive, the kind of strength training that I do, but it's important to remember that strength training can only be done in certain ways. Over here I'm trying to wind up, just trying to generate some blood flow before I go on and try exercise that requires a lot of strength, which is the muscle up. And now, after staying on, as I emphasized earlier, your idea is to stay on the bar for as long as possible. So while you're on it, you want to be working as many variations of muscles, so that you're constantly engaging in different parts of your body and confusing your mind, so you could work all around on your skills. And then ending off now on the strength area, I'll be doing normal pull-ups, as you can see here, but I'll be trying to get a lot more higher up on the bar and also be using my legs, so I could work a more wider range of muscles. It's important to always remember that you could always vary every exercise you do to make it more difficult, and weight is not the only way that could achieve that. For instance, you can isolate it with a single arm chin up. I'll be ending off the day now with just some light bag work, and really just working around the bag. And just a final point here where I'll be doing similar exercises to strengthen the back and core muscles while I'm staying low to the ground. So it's important to remember that safety is an important element to have in your mind when you're carrying out any sort of exercise in our apparatus. Now I'll be doing a handstand stretch there, which really relieves a lot of tension in your back. But I'll be following this up with the crab, which is a good rehabilitation exercise, helps relieve pain all over. And then I'll be also doing a shoulder stand here, which relieves a lot of stress on your trapezius. And finally a hamstring stretch, which is very good. And over here you see me doing some exercises on the door frame, which is very good for the back, as you can see here, just in case you get bored of being outside. And then finally this particular stretch here really stretches the back of the shoulders and the upper back, which is also a great way to relieve tension. Thank you for watching, hope you subscribe.